Hi guys, my name is Logan. Welcome back. If you don't know me, again, my name is Logan, and I'm super excited that you guys are doing this with me. But this is kind of impromptu. I'm doing this solely because I'm supposed to be posting every other Wednesday, and I failed to do so last week or the week before. And this is me getting my get back. I think I want to talk about the importance of community and my understanding or my lack thereof up until last Friday. And so I guess at this point, I think I understand some things, or at least I understand the benefits of having a community, or at least people to lean on. Yeah, I think that's good. So I was saying this is really up close and personal. I don't know if I like that, but I don't know. I think sophomore year is difficult for most people. I'm a chemical engineering major, and I faced a lot of difficulty in the first 3 weeks. We started August 19th. Today is September 10th, so it hasn't been exactly a month, but I definitely felt swamped a lot of times. Not only swamped with the actual course load, but also with pressure from the communities that I'm in. I'm on a scholarship. I have multiple scholarships, and my two biggest ones, they really foster having a community between the scholars that they select to be scholarship recipients. And so my main scholarship, we had a meeting this past Friday, and it put a lot of pressure on me. I had already felt pressure for certain things, certain scholarships that our program is, I don't want to say known for. Well, I would say known for, yeah. Just because we have had an abundance of scholars go through the program and end up with additional scholarships that are prestigious. And my program executive director, I don't know if he was joking or not, but he had made the idea known that I would definitely be the person, if anyone, to win such a prestigious award. But I'm not entirely sure if I can go through with it this year. And if I do go through with it this year, it would be to give myself enough chances because the scholarship is only available for sophomores and juniors. Regardless, that sort of thing puts a lot of pressure on me. I'm feeling a lot of pressure from my home life and just life in general, spiritual, interpersonal, social, emotional. Like, I don't know if I've already disclosed this, but I had a spinal injury in my freshman year. And so, one of the things that I wanted to accomplish this year was setting up all of the social activities, or at least going through with them. I wasn't able to participate in anything, honestly. I can only go to school because I was in so much pain. But I had made it a point to start planning what orgs I wanted to join, like, I can name the non-selective ones. I don't think I'm doing any selective orgs like NAACP, NCNW, those kind of outreach, community-based service groups that I wanted to join. And so now committing is not. I don't know what I'm afraid of or why I'm avoiding it, but I think I'm a little reluctant. I think I'm worried if I take on all of these tasks, I won't be able to do them all well, but I may at the same time be letting perfect get in the way of anything or good for that matter. So I think I'm working through that. But at one point during the meeting that I was speaking about on Friday, I was just so bogged down, I couldn't do it. I was just so tired. Every third sentence that my executive director was saying, I was just crying. It was a lot. Like, there's a lot going on in my home life that I can't disclose because of people's privacy, and I don't want to do that to them. But I think, to say it simply, I've just been managing a lot of people, and I know they may not think that I'm managing them, and that's okay, but they're pouring out their emotions onto me, and I just can't carry it anymore. Even with academic pressure, even though I am on an academic scholarship and this is what I said I wanted, it was just too much. And so my friend noticed that. And instead of saying, like, oh, okay, when I was like, yeah, I'm just under a lot of pressure, I'm not feeling it. And, it's just like I'm trying to go and my body and my mind are just refusing. Instead of being like, oh, okay, I hope you get better, she was like, yeah, let's talk. And I think that really touched me because I feel lighter and I find that kind of funny because in a way nothing has changed. Like the amount of homework that I have hasn't changed at all. The amount of time I have to do the homework doesn't change. But for some reason it's like the balance shifts. If you ever watched Hunter x Hunter, it's almost like a reference to that. Like, I guess I'll explain it. This little boy was doing it was like a fight, round of 16, I think, and this little boy was doing a fight and he was clearly ill prepared because the person, his opponent, was just much stronger than he was. And so eventually the little boy got his arm broke, but he said something just so blunt about how he wasn't going to give up, and everybody started laughing because it caught everyone off guard. And like nothing has changed. His arm was still broken. His opponent was still stronger than him, but at the same time the atmosphere shifted and the outcome of the situation worked in the kid's favor. So I think that's what kind of happened to me. So I think it just shows how important not only community is, but your mindset is. Having a clear mind makes me feel more able to perform better. And having a community to lean on in some regard, but not heavily rely on, is really important to feel heard. I think I just need to feel seen and like also seen but also related to, because the person I was talking to was a junior, I'm a sophomore, and so to know that she had gone through something like that and been on like the light side afterwards was, I think, also comforting. And then she took me to church. Okay, yeah, so I'm very lucky to have a friend, cohort mate, program member like her, and hopefully I pass that on because I am a mentor this year. So I'm excited for that. If my mentee finds my YouTube channel, which is not likely, it would be really funny, and I can't wait to take care of her academically. And okay, maybe I shouldn't take care of her. Maybe take care is the wrong word. Support lightly. Encourage. I can't take on more people. Yeah, I can't. I'm not obligated to, and God has everyone's story aligned. So as long as I act in obedience, everyone will be everyone will have the future and the destiny that they're meant to have. It won't be because of me though, it would be because of God. And I think I'm starting to be okay with that. Yeah, it turns out Logan has a couple issues with control and other things. I try not to control things. I'm working on it. I noticed as I feel less control over the things that are most important to me, I let the little things become way more important than they need to in the grand scheme of things. So I'm working on that. But alas, everyone is work in progress. Anyway, here is to an exciting new chapter again. Things are finally starting to roll around, which is not exactly true. I should say the ball is always rolling, but even if it's rolling on a plateau, it doesn't fall down until you hit the edge and go down the cliff. So the ball is always rolling. But now it's like accelerating. I physics, I'm also in physics. I have like a physics brain now. It's just everything I see. Oh, physics, physics, physics. And that was my other thing. I'm trying to let go of preconceived notions about myself. Yeah, I know it's like rumors, but to myself. I think that's kind of mean to myself. I'm trying to be nicer to myself. But in high school, when I took physics, I escaped physics. I did not excel, I escaped. Every exam, I think I got like a D, but the grading scale was so nice, I ended up with a B because my, what's it called? My labs were always perfect and my homework was always okay. So I scraped by with a B. This time, grading scale is not so nice. And it's not only that the grading scale is not nice, that I am looking to try harder and succeed in a different way. It's that I want to tell myself that physics is not the end all be all of my intellectualism. Because yeah, here we go. Box of unchecked thoughts. I initially didn't choose engineering because I thought I couldn't do it because I was like too stupid. Not because, I didn't want to. I just thought I was too dumb to make it. And maybe, no, that's not true. I'm also working on saying only positive things. So some of the statements that I say may sound awkward, but it's because I was going to say something self deprecating and I decided not to. Yeah, but I decided to do engineering because over the summer I met so many people doing exactly what I wanted to do, and they were all chemical engineers. Now, it's not to say that I could have done exactly what I wanted to do without being a chemical engineer, but being a chemical engineer so far has made me feel like the career path I chose will be complete. I need the math, I need the physics, I need the engineering aspect, and I need the hands on application. And there are a lot of ways to get it, but engineering is just the one that rings true for me. And I'm really happy that I decided to switch. And, it all started when I met a bunch of engineers, and then I did really well in Calc 1 over the summer. And so I was like, you know what, maybe I'll do good in Calc 2. I did really well in Calc 2, and then I did really well in Calc 3. And yeah, I'm really proud of myself for that. And I worked really hard. Like, I worked really hard for my Calc 3 final, and I got an A. So I'm really proud of that. And I want to turn the tide and prove to myself that the same thing is true with physics. Like, I can brute force physics to go my way. And it's not like, but I'm also reaching out to people, but physics is conquerable. So that's my box of unchecked thoughts for the day. And everything else, I wish I had like a Bible verse on hand, because I'm only vlogging because I felt in my spirit all the time that I should do it. I used to be on another social media platform because I also felt that pressing, but I deleted it, and I was like, oh, maybe I've escaped the pressing notion. But then no, it was like, find another way to do it. So I'm on YouTube instead. So it's a journey, and this is my commitment. And I must be faithful with the small things. There you go. Gotta be faithful with the small things so that I can exceed, well, handle well the really, really big things. But I think everything is worth being a big thing. Everything is okay. I'm slowing down. I was gonna piece together something else, but I started slowing down. LOL. I was gonna say, but I feel like I've also said this before. A flower is a flower even with its seed. It's a flower seed. That's still a flower. And so I'm gonna continue to carry that with me. I'm really gonna try positivity. I've done negativity and it's not that fun, but I'm giving positivity one last try, one real try, one humongous try. Well, maybe not humongous. Maybe that's too much all at once. But I am trying. I am doing affirmations, and I am speaking life. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Did I say death or death? Death and life are in the power of the tongue. And I choose life. So, how about that? Anyway, thanks for listening. Um, dare I say, comment below if you also have a box of unchecked thoughts that you want me to cover, or if you have one that you want to share and how you overcame it. Because I'm very open to being a little sister. Will I take everything that you guys say seriously? No. But something that sticks out, maybe. You can make like a competition. Who's got the best one? Or Reddit thread. Who has the realest advice? Anyway, bye guys. Should I cut out the link? No. Okay, bye.